Hi everyone, I'm topless. I'm not panning down at all in this one, but today is day 2 after I had my initial, my first appointment to have my nipples tattooed on. I took Tylenol this morning. I slept pretty well last night. I put pillows around me and stuff to keep me like in one spot so I wouldn't like roll over onto anything. Not really in much pain today at all. Very, very different from yesterday. I took Tylenol before I went to bed last night after my last vlog, which was like over an hour long from yesterday. And then I took Tylenol again this morning. I went to the gym, though I did nothing with my arms and my upper body really at all. I mean, nothing with my arms at all. I tried to do clamshells, which are like you're on your back, and I told him, like the trainer, that I didn't want to do anything that involved like putting weight on my arms or upper body at all. I'm noticing that like PTSD, I don't know. I'm just like airing them out right now because I washed them with Cetaphil. You're supposed to do it like gently with your fingertips, and I used more of my hand because, like, again, my feeling isn't there, which is just so weird. But I touched a little bit too much with my palm, and then it hurt, and I was like, ah! So I'm just like letting them air out a little bit before I put the Aquaphor and the dressings back on. So yeah, I took Tylenol last night, and then this morning, I took it in the morning. I went back to work in the office yesterday. I worked remotely. And even when I laid down at the gym today and I did clamshells. So you're on your back, you go like into like a bridge pose, and then like you go in and out with your knees with like a band. But the bridge pose, you're lifting your torso up off the floor, but you are putting some weight on your arms. And it wasn't even so much that. Like, I was surprisingly comfortable doing that. What bothered me was just laying on my back, period, because, you know, gravity pulls your your boobs to the side. And I had a sports bra. I put the bandages back on this morning. You're supposed to wash twice a day with, I'm using Cetaphil soap. I used Dove yesterday because I didn't have any Cetaphil soap. But Dove can be kind of drying. So even though I know it says like the exact opposite, dermatologists that I've gone to or whatever have told me that like Cetaphil is the best, like soap to use. When it comes to like, you know, if you're trying to clean something that's, you know, like that you don't want to get infected and shit. And doesn't have a lot of like chemicals and stuff in it. So I picked up a bar of Cetaphil on the way home from the gym this morning. But anyway, I put on a sports bra this morning, the one that zippers in the front, to, you know, keep the girls in place. And I put, well, no, I guess, did I have a tank? I didn't have a tank top on. I fell asleep with a tank top on and my long sleeve shirt. And then I didn't, the Tefla, whatever those bandages are that I showed you yesterday, the Aquaphor is not seeping through outside of it at all, which is great. When I take off the Telfa bandages, I am seeing, like, I don't know if it's pink from the tattoo dye or if it's like pink from like blood or something. I don't really know what it's from, but there's coloration on them. But it's lighter today than it was yesterday. So that's a, you know, step in the right direction. But I was worried that like I'd have to watch what clothes I'm wearing, that the Aquaphor would kind of like seep through onto my clothes, and it hasn't been. I've been wearing my true, it's so crazy that I have to go through what I'm wearing and, you know, when I took my pain meds, it's bringing up a lot from my post-mastectomy, like the whole surgical crazy afterwards. The things, I mean, it's been like 3.5 years for me since my double mastectomy, and like it all, it just comes immediately back, like with the pillows and lining stuff up. And I'm grateful that I have an adjustable bed now, that I don't have to like use pillows to prop me up. I just take my remote and go, and it, you know, lifts me up. You can joke all you want about older people in adjustable beds, but they're freaking awesome. Anyway, so I slept pretty well. Yeah, the gym, I did like a bridge, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, no. So I did all like lower body stuff. I'm like, I did squats, but I wasn't holding anything. It was really all just lower body stuff, because I was committed to going to the gym for the year. I have not seen a tremendous change. I shouldn't say that. I haven't seen a tremendous change in weight. I lost 10 pounds in the first like month of me going, and then I've gained back 5 or 6. So nothing's really changed. And the doctors consistently tell me not to be hard on myself about the weight, because I have so many meds that are working against me. I have menopause ×2 working against me. The Lupron and the tamoxifen and the gabapentin and all these things. Like, could I stop taking them? Well, I stopped Lupron. It's just like it pushes your body into chemical menopause, and you know, that's a much larger issue. And then when I finished the Lupron, it's still sensitive, but it didn't like hurt as much as it did like yesterday. I've been in regular menopause for about a year now. Well, I mean, I never got my period back after I finished the Lupron, but they didn't declare me officially in menopause until I was a little bit over a year without a period after stopping the Lupron. In total, since my diagnosis, I have not had a period in a little over 3 years. But I started the Lupron pretty quickly after diagnosis. Why am I talking about Lupron? This is not about Lupron. This is about my tattoos. So, yes, the gym was what it was. I very much so listened to my body. I just noticed that my shoulders, they're coming forward. I'm not even paying attention walking around like with my arms in front, mostly my right arm like in front of me. It's just like, it just all comes back. I used to walk around like that all the time after my surgery for obvious reasons. But then like I was hunched forward a lot out of protection, but that's not good when it ended up leading to me having a frozen shoulder because I wasn't moving my arm at all. So I'm much more cognizant of, you know, the pain that I have is nothing compared to what it was like, you know, after surgery. I mean, it was painful yesterday, and it was really painful yesterday, which was surprising just because I thought I was totally numb. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that, because even just before when I was washing my left side, I barely felt anything at all. So I don't understand the science behind it. Like, I need to take some anatomy classes. Ugh. I'm having this little, like just now, like little like, feels almost like pin pricks of just like nerves or something just waking up, that I'm just like going about my business, and all of a sudden I just feel, it feels like someone just took a pin and went like boom, like in my skin, not just like on top, but it lasts for like a blip and then it's gone. It's just so interesting with me feeling stuff and then not feeling stuff when I'm like just now, like just washing it off. So I haven't taken a Tylenol since this. I took 2 Tylenol this morning. I have to watch what I'm doing here. I don't want to like go down by accident. I took 2 Tylenol this morning, but right now it's like 11 at night and I haven't taken a Tylenol in over 12 hours. So I imagine I'm done with the Tylenol. I did go out with a friend of mine today for a celebratory drink or 2. So maybe my, I'm not drunk. Like, I had food. Oh my God, I had the best. Oh, side note. If you're from New York, if you're from Long Island, I don't know if this is a whole New York thing. Like when I was younger and we go out clubbing and stuff, it was a thing to go like to the diner. Like diners are like a large thing on Long Island. It's hard to find good diners. And they would have French fries with mozzarella cheese melted on top, and then brown gravy on the side that you would dip the fries into. And you'd pick up a fry, and it was like oozing with the mozzarella cheese, and you dip it in the brown gravy, and it was just like total delish. So I go to this restaurant today, and they have, I can't remember what they called it. It was something fancy-ish that they called it. But basically, it was French fries with, I don't know if it was mozzarella cheese, some sort of cheese. I feel like it was mozzarella cheese, and brown gravy and bacon on it too, and green onion. But when she brought it, it was like all in one, like a casserole thing. And I'm like, where's the gravy? The gravy was like underneath, which was interesting. I wanted to dip it, but oh my God, it was so good. So that was a nice treat. The friend I went out with, actually also a breast cancer survivor. That's not even what we talked about for the trip. I mean, she was curious, obviously, about my, you know, what I had done. And we were celebrating just kind of like that chapter of our lives, like closing up. It's weird, like when you're friends with someone like that has nothing to, like way before all this cancer shit. And then all of a sudden, like, you're both diagnosed. And it's like, what? And I can't even say she's the only friend that's happened to. 1, 2, I have to count. 3, 4 friends of mine. Is that right? Were diagnosed since I was. I mean, I guess statistically, you know, but that's like kind of crazy when you think about it. All right. Anyway, I don't want to digress too much because I need to get to sleep to make sure that this is still on the right path for healing. So day 2, yeah, just need the Tylenol in the morning. That was it. I wore the sports bra for the gym, but it was too confining. Wasn't sure if I needed to go for support or for comfort with like my bra, because my boobs are just, you know, I wonder if they're swollen. I don't know if they're swollen. Like, how do they swell if all you have is implant and skin? I don't know. I don't know how that works. They feel bigger to me. I don't know if they necessarily look bigger, but they feel bigger to me. So I wore my True & Company bra today. It's like a scoop neck. They have like them as V-necks too, but I needed to kind of have, but it's very comfortable. Like the material is really, really soft. It's not super supportive, but I didn't really think I needed the support today. I mostly just needed comfort. So I wore that. I pulled it up from underneath because this morning I was having a hard time and yesterday, like moving my arms in general. And out of habit from last time, I didn't want to like put my arms up above my, like really above here. I will. I'm not going to like keep things not moving like last time. And even with the hunch forward and like, just, it's almost like you're giving yourself a hug to kind of protect and stuff. Because I don't want to like reach back and like stretch anything. These chickies need a little bit of a break. So I'm much more cognizant of the balance between, you know, hunching forward as protection and trying to get back into like a normal posture so I don't like hurt myself by being in those positions of protecting and hunching over. So I went to work. It's school vacation, so there's no tutoring this week pretty much. So it was good timing for me to have the tattooing done this week because I have a little bit of a lighter like workload. But purses, my crossbody purse was bothering me just because it was like obviously not banging, but like touching stuff. Seatbelts were okay. It's wintertime here. So like I had a winter coat on. So the seatbelts were fine. At work once in a while, again, I had those like, those, feels like a needle is like being jammed into you, but it's just like, it's really quick. And I was just tired. Like I was just tired today, but, took it easy, got stuff done. And then, came home and I was going to flat iron my hair before we went out for dinner. And like, this is just, I have my hair in a clip, but I'm like, this is just what I'm looking like going out. I don't really care. But I did do my makeup like super, like eyeliner. I use eyeliner and like I blended it and stuff, and you know, did my eyebrows up and stuff, and I had my not as super bright lipstick, but I don't know, I feel like you can control the makeup thing, you know, and a lot of this journey is about like, what do you have control over and what don't you have control over? So I wore my True and Co bra. I pulled it up from my legs up, so I didn't have to lift my arms super high. But then I wore a black tank top on top of that to give more support so that things weren't shifting around. And that I put on normally. I didn't, it was too hard to like pull a tank top from the bottom and move its way up. So I just did it over my head. I was just very careful as to like pulling it around my boobs. And then I wore a blouse that's dark colored, which is just how it's going to have to be for a little bit and whatever. A shirt that I didn't really care so much if I got the Aquaphor on it, and because it was dark colored, you want to be able to notice. It was very loose flowing too. So I was very comfortable today. Oh, didn't wear really not that I wear big heels, but like I didn't really wear a shoe with big of a heel because I didn't want to have to worry about balance. It's still very icy and stuff here. Last thing I need is to fall. But yeah, like had a nice time at dinner. Like I did everything like normal at dinner. And then I just used the Cetaphil, and again, you're just supposed to use the fingertip. It's like if it doesn't hurt, I just like, oh, just I'm in the zone. Let me just like clean it. I did not shower this morning intentionally. I was just nervous about putting them near water, like in a shower, you know, like the pressure. I know it says on the aftercare sheet that you're supposed to have your back facing the water, but like I just didn't want to have to think about it too much. So I'm not super stinky, but I didn't shower this morning. I will shower tomorrow. Don't know if I'm going to wash my hair because that requires like really stretching up and stuff. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, but I need to just get in the shower tomorrow and just like, again, take it easy. So yeah, so I washed it with the Cetaphil, and then you're supposed to just pat it dry with a clean towel. So I'm just airing it out a little bit before I put the Aquaphor and the Telfa bandages back on. It has marks on it too from the like the folds of the bandage, which I know that those won't stay there, but like this comes also back from post-surgery when I remember like what's it called? That tape that they put on you, like the surgical tape afterwards. I can't remember what the hell it's called. Would leave marks and like folds. And I'm like, oh, are my scars going to now have folds or lines on them? And my scars do have lines on them, but I don't know if it's from that or if that's just what scars look like. Before all this stuff happened, like any scars that I had were pretty small little things. The biggest one I have is like this little teeny thing like right here, which you probably can't even see. All my scars have a story behind them. But I never had scars like this before. So I don't know what scars usually look like. I've never had anything ripped open like this before. So yeah, I just wanted to check in. Almost like when I did my Zemeta vlogs, because people were asking. It's amazing how many people don't know that like nipple tattooing is a thing. And common, you know, like a common last step when you have, you know, surgery for breast cancer and you have to have your nipples removed. So just as a reminder, so tomorrow will be my day 3, and they say after the 3rd day, I shouldn't need to have the bandages anymore. I should just be able to put like a light coat of Aquaphor on and just like go about my day. She said to check like after I wash and blot them dry. She said it shouldn't be like tacky anymore. Although when I'm washing these, and I'm washing them very gently, like they're not tacky now. But you know, like I said, when I take the bandages off, I can see that they have there's color on them, so I know I need to have the bandages for right now. And she gave me enough pads that I might wear it for a 4th day just to be on the safe side. But one thing I did today that was different from yesterday, yesterday I was looking at myself in my, like my regular mirror, like over my sink. And obviously it's a lot to digest to see yourself like that with these nipples on when I've been looking at my body for 3 years without any, which of course that looks weird too. And I was just, a lot obviously came up yesterday. Today it was more a matter of just like, let's clean these and like do the jobs, like let's clean these, let's follow the instructions of what I'm supposed to do, where I'm supposed to wash, what I'm supposed to use. But then I have a full-length mirror on the other side, and I just caught a glimpse of myself as I was about to leave the bathroom. So I stopped, and I just looked at myself in the full-length mirror. And granted, I've put on 35 pounds since all this shit started. It wasn't my belly so much. The thing with my belly, it's just because the way my boobs rest on my belly, like, whatever. It's just annoying. Like, I'm not sure how long I'll be on the tamoxifen for. I don't know which particular drug or situation to blame for most of the weight loss. It's like, if I stop taking the gabapentin, will I then go back to having like a normal metabolism? I don't know. But if I stop taking the gabapentin, my hot flashes get like out of control. Like, it's just like uncomfortable where I can't wear regular clothes because I'm just dripping through my clothes. I don't take a lot of it. I take 100 milligrams in the morning and 100 at night, which is very, very low compared to like the typical dosage is in the thousands from my understanding. But I'm sensitive to meds, so I know that that's what works for me. So I don't know if it's like, whatever, you change one thing, is it going to make a difference? If I switch to aromatase inhibitors, am I all of a sudden going to not have the weight gain that the tamoxifen is, giving me? I don't know. I don't know what to blame, but right now I don't really want to rock the boat. Like, one thing at a time, I'll deal with my weight. Going at the gym, I'm much more like toned and muscular and stronger, but weight loss is just not in the cards right now. So anyway, I was looking at myself in the full-length mirror, and I was focusing more on the nipple part. Now, I didn't have, some people get their nipples reconstructed. I did not have mine reconstructed. I had the tattoo. It's 3D tattooing. It's how she uses like shading and stuff. The areolas, they do texturizing, which I think she did a little bit of it. I don't know, but she's going to do more when I go back. But the 3D-ness of the shading of the nipples, like legit, looking at myself in the mirror, if I didn't know, and I'm like super, detail-oriented, I wouldn't know that I don't have like normal nipples if you looked at me like head on, because of the way the shading is. It looks like the same size as like my old nipples, maybe a little bit smaller, but she can make them bigger. She can always make things bigger. Just making things smaller, obviously, is not something you can do once you've already like inked yourself up. But I found that just so intriguing. And then like you turn to look at your profile, and then it's like, wait a minute, you actually don't have a nipple there. It's like it's flat. It's like some very bizarro optical illusion thing. And then I looked at my other boob, and I'm like, looks like I have a nipple there too. But I turned to the side. I'm like, wait, no, I don't. So it'll be very confusing, like when I am with a partner for the first time after all this. I mean, obviously I would have that discussion about stuff before, like, they were to see me topless. But it's just interesting that, like, I mean, this is the first go through. I still have like definitely one more appointment with her, probably two. She said it usually takes 2 or 3 sessions to have the tattooing like finished. Like one is just like the starter, like I did yesterday, and like the next one is to just add like, the bells and whistles, I guess, whatever, and make some tweaks. And the last one is like just double checking, like, is this where you want it? Do you want to add something else on or whatever? yeah, but when I looked at myself in the full-length mirror, I wasn't like freaked out. It was kind of just like, I felt somewhat normal again because I'm like, look, like here I am and I'm just an overweight, I'm just an overweight, middle-aged, postmenopausal woman who's gained some weight. Because head on, you wouldn't, like I said, like it just looks like I have regular areolas and nipples. And because it's dark, like it's nighttime, I couldn't see my scars as much because I didn't have all the lights on. My scars right now are actually darker than they typically are. And I think it's just because of all the blood flow to that area from all the hubbub from yesterday. So I know those will go back down to normal. Also, the coloring that she did, like she told me, and I know that from this tattoo, like when they first do it, the color is very, very, very bright. And it does like ease up over time. It softens in color. And she told me, that like when I see them, they're going to look dark. She's like, but they're not really that dark. It will lighten up. And I mean, this is just from yesterday and already like it is distinctly lighter than it was. Like yesterday, it looked almost artificial, the coloring that it was. Today, like this color is like what a normal nipple would be. And it's only a day later, you know, it takes time, and like I don't know what color it will be, and they could always go in and touch stuff up if it's like too light, but you can't go like you can always make it darker, you can't make it lighter. It's, you know, it's like an art project. So just make sure you think a bit through those little things when you're having it done, because you know, if you're like, oh, I want my areola this big, but like, you know, if it's too big, you can't make it smaller because it's already, the ink is there. I mean, there's ways of getting rid of tattoo colors, but like, why go there? You've been through enough if you have to have nipple tattoos in the first place. All right, so I need to get ready for bed. I'm not taking Tylenol. I don't think I need it. In case I'm not sleeping well, I'll take some, but I don't really think that I need it. And then I'll just take it easy. Tomorrow's Friday, so I had, obviously yesterday was Thursday when I had the tattooing done. The other thing too is my next appointment's in 6 weeks, and I'm not showing any, knock on wood, I'm not showing any signs of infection at all. The top of my left one seemed like it was like, not bleeding, but like, it was like a scab, like an open wound yesterday, but it's not like that today at all. And I was saying my boobs are not like perfectly shaped. I don't think anyone's boobs, period, are perfectly shaped. And certainly not after surgery, you know, to have boobs be perfectly shaped. That even though you have implants, like your body is still going to settle the way that it settles. So they're not perfect, but like boobs aren't perfect. My old boobs weren't perfect either. Even before I had the cancer, like they weren't perfect, you know, they just were what they were. So, yeah, I'm less sad about all this stuff today than I was yesterday, and it's just another step. And if anything, looking in the mirror today, it was more like, you know, these are steps in moving forward into like, you know, this should happen, like, holy fuck, this should happen in between. And now like things are settling down, and it's like, here, we're giving you a body back, like a complete body back. I know it was complete before, whatever, but you know what I mean. A complete body back. And then like, you know, go about life. So easier said than done, but I'm glad that I'm in a better space today than I was yesterday. And spending time with friends obviously puts me in a happier place too. I'm so much more picky about who I spend my time with now. It's not a matter of being around other breast cancer survivors. Like, yes, that's helpful at times, but it's about being with people that make you feel good, where you don't have to try so hard, you know, and you just get each other, and you're not apologetic for anything. And if you lose your train of thought, it's like, whatever, you know, it's easy. I cherish those friendships like so much. All right, let me get to bed. I don't know if I'll check in every day for a couple days. I have no idea. We'll see how things go. Maybe I'll make this into a series too. I don't know. But this is day 2 after my first appointment for the nipple tattooing. Alrighty. That is all. See you later.